Christmas to you. Welcome to the heart of British television. Welcome to the Television Centre in London, to Studio 3, where we are live on this Christmas morning. I wish you a very happy Christmas indeed. Over the years, on this Christmas morning broadcast, we've established a number of firsts. We brought you the first live television pictures from the Falklands. We linked up live with the Sudan, a relief camp, a couple of years ago. Last year, we brought you the first ever live pictures from a British destroyer on patrol in the Gulf. I can promise you that in the next hour, we have a moment of broadcasting history. Well, at least I hope that we do, because with a bit of luck, we are going to be linking up with the Mir space station. On board, there are 3 Russian cosmonauts. At this very moment, they are orbiting the Earth on this Christmas day. It has never, ever been done before, and we're hoping to bring you those pictures on this show in about 40 minutes' time. We've got a lot of other things going on. Shout around the house, get some relatives, get everybody in, because I promise you, it is going to be a sparkling package of entertainment. A lot of laughs, the odd little tear. We've got some of Auntie's best bloomers. You know how much you like seeing professionals making fools of themselves. Well, we got those as well. And also your golden opportunity to move on that unwanted Christmas gift. Maybe Dad doesn't like those yellow socks that you gave him, or maybe you've got 2 pairs of those green braces. Well, we've got a phone number, 018118055. Familiar number, that. We can't do Christmas dedications this morning, but we can do your Christmas swaps. 018118055. That's the number. Surely you must remember Swap Shop? What, you were too young? Oh, come on. It was a long time ago, though. Very long time ago. Hello, Warren.
Hello?
Good morning. What can I do for you?
I'd like to have a swap, please.
You're a swapper as well. Right, you get a clean piece of paper on the licorice pad.
Well,
Right, what are you offering?
I'd like Sky Electric set, 300.
Is that what you're offering? Or...
Yeah, that's what I'm offering.
That's what you're offering. A Scale Electric. 400, yes.
300.
Sorry?
300.
Yes, I've got that now. 300.
And a Mini and 2 BMWs.
Sorry?
2 Minis and a BMW.
2 women and a BMW?
Mini!
It was a long time ago. I do hope that my hearing has actually improved since those days, because I have got to keep my wits about me. We got Gavin down here. I hope you can see him. He's wandering around. Hello, Gavin. We have got, here he is. Happy Christmas, Gavin. We've got a global game that we are going to play. And here I have got literally thousands of pounds worth of airline tickets. Thank you for all the hundreds of letters that you sent me over the last few weeks when I asked to hear about link-ups that you most wanted. Obviously, we couldn't do them all, but please trust me, the 4 families we have got here are deserving cases. We've checked them out. The stories are quite complicated in some instances, but the fact they have lost touch with very close relatives is totally genuine, and we hope to do something about it in the next hour. Free airline tickets going to 2 of the 4 families here. I'll tell you about the rest of it in a moment, but Diane Adams is here. Diane, could you tell me, who do you want to link up with?
My mother, Jeanette, in Western Australia.
Jeanette in Western Australia. How long is it since you saw her?
17 years.
17 years. On our global map, we can show you where Western Australia is, and that's the link-up that will take place if you are fortunate enough to win these tickets here. And Diane has got a husband, Phil. Yes, Gavin. And Phil wrote saying, I've known Diane for 11 years, and she's often talked about her mother. However, it's only recently she plucked up enough courage to try and trace her. They now talk on the phone, but after every call, Diane is in tears and aches to see her mum. Unfortunately, we can't afford to make the trip. Diane, I hope you can see the screen. With a bit of luck, we can do our first link-up, and you will see the mother that you've not seen for how many years?
17.
17 years. All right, you can't talk at this stage, but we will do a link-up for you whether or not you win the tickets. You will be able to link up afterwards. Now, we've got along here Marion Jobson. Marion, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Christmas. Don't look so worried. You might win, you might win the tickets.
Yeah.
Who do you want to link up with?
My sister Vivian in North Carolina.
Vivian in North Carolina. How long is it since you saw her?
23 years.
23 years ago, and the letter said just over a year ago Marion's daughters found an old letter that helped them trace Sister Viv. They rang her and established contact after 23 years, but they still yearn to meet. You might be able to go and see her in North Carolina if you win the tickets. Look at the screen. We should be able to do a link up with the United States of America. There is your sister. Does she look like she...
No.
No? How about that, Viv? You're a disappointment.
No, she's wonderful.
She can't actually talk to us, but Gavin, I'll tell you what, hold on to those tickets for an hour, could you? Thank you, Gavin. And now we've got Una and Patrick McGrath. Una, you've come quite a way today.
From Embu in Sutherland.
In Sutherland. Who do you want us to link you with?
With my brother Tommy.
Tommy, he is?
In Auckland, New Zealand.
In Auckland, New Zealand. How long since you saw Tommy?
24 years.
24 years.
Yes.
Auckland, New Zealand. That is, that's quite a fast one. The longest, certainly the longest link up. And your daughter Shirley wrote to me, told me of your family circumstances and why she dreams of this link up. Shirley was ill recently and you very kindly looked after her kids and her husband, who clearly needs a lot of looking after. Look at the screen. Auckland, New Zealand. Can we patch it up? There we have. There's Tommy, your brother. Haven't seen him for 24 years. Can't speak at this moment, even if you don't win the tickets. Don't start crying now. You'll finish me off completely if you start now. Jurjan. Have I got it right?
Yes.
Jurjan. He's Welsh, but you've got the most difficult name of the lot. You've come from Gwynedd this morning. Who do you want us to link you with?
My sister Nesta in Georgetown, Guyana.
Nesta in Georgetown, Guyana. Right at the top of South America is Georgetown, Guyana. That's the link up there. Liz, your wife, wrote saying that your sister Nesta married Leslie. They returned to Guyana. What a surprise it'd be if my husband could speak to his sister on Christmas Day. He would never forget it. The worst that will happen to you is that you will be able to speak to her after the show. You should be able to see her now. Yes, there she is. Okay, you might win the tickets. Now, there's a lot at stake here, as you can probably tell. Therefore, we have got two fine athletes. Is this really the best we could do on Christmas morning? Doctor Who's assistant Sophie, happy Christmas.
Thank you very much, Noel. Happy Christmas to
Who are you representing?
I'm representing Una here and Yayan.
He's got a tough name, hasn't he?
Yes,
okay.
I said it all right.
So with a bit of luck, it's New Zealand and Guyana that you're playing the tickets for. Shane.
Right, I'm going to try and win tickets for Diane and her family to go to Perth in Australia and Marion and her family to fly over to North Carolina.
Okay, now try really hard. Because it's Christmas, the show is about people. At the far end, we have got 6 people. Now, they all have different jobs. Somewhere up there's a salmon smoker, there's a pawnbroker, a graphologist, a zookeeper, a milk person, and a butcher. Okay?
Butcher.
So, the props relate
Oh, what's this?
to their jobs. You have 1 minute to relate their jobs to the faces. Good luck, go! Starting off with a fish smoker. And then there's the pawnbroker. Who looks like a pawnbroker? Graphologist, somebody who's in the handbag. You've got a full minute, so you can change your mind. That's a zookeeper. Zookeeper? Come on, we're playing for the tickets. Milk person? Come on, Sophie. You're like a milk person. And finally a butcher. Who looks like a butcher? Butcher? All right. We're holding it there. Right, you made your mind up. All right, now. They think you are either a zookeeper or you smoke fish. You breathe out. I think he smokes fish.
No, I don't.
What do you do?
In fact, I am a zookeeper.
You are a zookeeper. What a shame. They reckon that you have balls hanging outside your shop. Or that you're a graphologist.
I'm a pawnbroker.
You're a pawnbroker! 2 to Shane Steve, very good. You're either a milk person or you're a butcher. Who's right, Shane or Sophie?
Butcher.
You're a butcher! Needed that point. So we've got the milkman or the butcher, so you can't be the butcher because he's the butcher. Are you a milk person?
I am.
You are a milk person! Oh, that's evened it up a bit. Hello. Hello. So, zookeeper, or I've now lost track of who... We've done the zookeeper, haven't we? You were the zookeeper at the far end, so you must be a graphologist.
I'm a graphologist.
You are a graphologist! And finally, I think we've kind of narrowed it down, and I've got a feeling one person's going to be right here. You're not the pawnbroker. No, sir, do you smoke fish?
I do.
You are! Very good. Excellent stuff. So, not a bad start, but it means that Shane, representing the opportunity to go to Western Australia and also to North Carolina, he's in the lead. It's 3 plays 2 First round down. Okay. Now, we'll play another round in a moment. I had a letter sent to me amongst the thousands before Christmas from Anne Ogden, who says, I've been watching your programme, Noel, and you said you'd like to hear from anybody who thought that they'd got someone who ought to appear on Christmas morning with you. Well, we've got a son called Kit, and I'm enclosing a cutting from a newspaper article written about him. Good morning, Kit. Happy Christmas. You are described as a very brave boy, and the reason why Anne and the local newspaper were so interested in Kit is, and I know he doesn't mind me saying this, for the last 4 years, nearly half his life, he has been struggling against the ravages of cancer. As you can see, you're looking in good shape at the moment, and I believe you love flying.
Yeah, I like planes and helicopters.
You like planes and helicopters and things? Where's the Prezi? Is this it?
That's it.
We have got a Prezi for you. We'd like to open that. I thought seeing it was Christmas, you know, there'd be a nice chance for you to have an interesting Prezi. What is it about helicopters that you particularly like?
I like things like flying, things
You just like anything that flies?
them very interesting.
Yeah, helicopters are good fun. So look at that. Look at that. Okay. That's a Bell Treble 2. The Metropolitan Police use those sort of helicopters. Have you got one of those?
No.
No? Well, there's a Christmas present for you, Kit, because we recognise the fact that you're a very brave lad.
Right.
Incidentally, in about half an hour, we are... Have you ever been... you ever been in a helicopter?
Once, yes.
Once? Was it a long trip?
It was about half an hour.
About half an hour.
Yes.
Would you ever like to go in one again?
Yes.
Yeah? Well, if you ever get the chance, you should, because they're a lot of fun. In half an hour, we'll be... Did you see anything unusual parked in the car park when you came here this morning?
No.
No? I think you better come outside with me while we have a look at some of Auntie's bloomers from Last of the Summer Wine. Let's go.
This is all left to me. If I didn't do it, nobody would. We would have 3 fires a week if I left it all to him. See, I think I better do that again. Oh, yes. He was always highly gifted in the social circles, our Seymour.
He had a natural grasp of how to be a pillock, I know that much.
Was that there when you arrived this morning?
No.
I'm just reminding you, we're live on Christmas morning. If you've just joined us, this is Kit. All the way from Middle Wallop, where the Army Air Corps have their headquarters, on this Christmas morning, 3 guys have given up their Christmas to give Kit here, a very brave young man, the chance of a unique flight over London. Have a wonderful flight. I will see you in about 40 minutes. Merry Christmas. On board there, we've got Lieutenant Colonel Castlemaine. I hope you can hear me above this noise. I'd just like to do a couple of Christmas dedications while Kit's getting on board. Another member of the crew is Alistair Gwilt, who would like me to say hi to his family in Gosbourne and in Essex. John Carr has got family in Essex and Scotland. The 3 of them have given up their Christmas to do this for us. We've got a camera on board. Kit is going to go for a fly over London. We'll be able to see some sights of London. This is an incredibly small area, believe me. They came and practiced a week ago, and it is tight. But just as soon as he's strapped on board, the sheer brute force of this Westland Lynx helicopter, one of the finest helicopters of its size in the world, is going to power its way straight up and out of here. The downwash from these is quite phenomenal. It's got a top speed of just under 200 knots. There he goes, pulling up on the power. He'll kick it backwards slightly. Turning to the right. London is away to the right. lane. Absolutely anything that's not tied down is being blown away. Our Christmas treat for Kit has started. We'll get some pictures in just a little while. Oh, I need to get my hair sorted out now. Some Christmas messages for you right now from Paddy Ashdown, from David Owen, and from Neil Kinnock.
I would never leave home at Christmas. For me, it belongs to my family. I know we'll have a fabulous Christmas. I hope you do too. And I wish you everything you'd wish yourself in the year to come.
I hope you and all your families enjoy a really happy Christmas. I'll be in the United States this year because it's also the 20th wedding anniversary of myself, my wife. We got married in America, so hopefully we'll be in the snow. But I hope you all have not just a good Christmas, but a peaceful and a prosperous New Year.
1988, like most years, has been a mixture of hope and tragedy. Indeed, some of the hope has come out of tragedy, as people from all over the world have done their best to help the victims of that awful earthquake in Armenia and the Soviet Union. Elsewhere, we've seen the horrors that have come with the floods in Bangladesh, the hurricane in the Caribbean, the conflicts that plague the world from Kampuchea to the Middle East to the Horn of Africa. But everywhere there's an idea coming through that we are one world and we've got a common cause of building peace and of showing concern and of working together to overcome the problems that affect the whole of humanity. That's the message of Christmas Day: peace and concern and being together and working together. Now all we've got to do is to multiply it by 365 for every year. From all of us here to our friends across the Commonwealth and in many other countries, we wish you the very best for a happy Christmas and a peaceful New Year.
I'm sure we echo those sentiments. Indeed, I shall be talking to the Prime Minister, Mrs Thatcher, in a while. We've got a message from Ronald Reagan, and don't forget, very shortly, we're going to try a bit of broadcasting history. We're going to link up from this very studio live on Christmas morning to the Mir space station orbiting the Earth. But I promised you a trip back in time, if you're old enough to remember it. The swap board. Here it is, after all those years, and already the adults are phoning in with some quite interesting swaps available. Up here, Mark Richards. He's offering a leather Filofax. His yuppie days are over, and he wants absolutely anything. The man is desperate now. Now, you can tell that it has matured since my days on BBC Children's Television. Les Dallison, he's offering 2 fire engines. We're not sure whether Les owns them, but he wants a Ferrari driven by Linda Lusardi. And we've got down here Mike Probert, a pair of slippers, one size 7, one size 9. It's not been a Christmas very good morning for him. He wants anything. And the War Diaries of René Artois, Marion Connolly is offering them. Do you want René's War Diaries? And she wants anything. Let me have a go on the phones and see whether I can make any sense of this. By the way, last year when we were up the top of the telecom tower, somebody bid £5,000 for my sweater. We've gone to a lot of trouble to make a very pretty one this year. If you want to bid for that for children in need, 8118055. Hello? Hello, who's this? Hello, can you hear me?
Who's supposed to be there? Me?
This is Noel Edmonds.
Oh, this is Les Dawson, not Dallison.
Les Dawson?
Yeah.
Are you fat?
Pretty large.
Where are you, Les?
I'm at work.
You're at work?
In a fire station.
I assume... Now look, this is corporation property you're trying to get rid of here, isn't it?
Not at all. No. It's that FCDA property I'm trying to get rid of.
Now, what is it about the Ferrari that you particularly like?
Well, nothing really. Just Linda Lusardi, I suppose.
I wasn't going to mention that. Do you want to say very quickly hello to anyone on this Christmas morning?
Yes, I would actually. I'd like to say hello to all the Greenwatch at New Malden.
You're right.
And if my wife's watching it, my wife Beverly and my 2 sons Alan and Matthew.
Great. All right.
Sickening, isn't
and
it?
Thank all, well, it's great stuff. And thank all the guys who work on Christmas for us. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
All right then. Bye.
Cheers, loads. Will he get Linda Lusardi? Hello, have I got somebody else here?
Hello.
Hello, who are you?
This is Lynn Parkins here.
Lynn Parkins. Did we have you on our list? Yes, we have. Yes, you're offering pink slippers.
Yes.
You got some big ones.
Yes. Big,
slippers, that is.
Big pink fluffy ones.
Oh, why do you want to get rid of them?
Well, because I've got 2 pairs.
Oh.
I prefer the ones with the ears.
And you want perfume and bubble bath?
Yes, something nice and smelly. No, with a nice smell.
Yes, fine. I'm sitting next to something here that's quite smelly. I don't know about nice. All right, well, you're on the board, so you never know. We might better tie something up for you.
Right, can I just say hello to my daughters?
Yes.
Christy and Lucy.
Where are they?
They're with me here.
Where's here?
In Sutton, in Surrey.
Get blood out of a stone here. Thanks very much for calling. I've got to go.
Okay, bye.
The Mir space station can only be contacted at a specific point in time because they are orbiting the Earth at this moment. We have to go for that window. Very shortly, we hope to do it. Also, I'll be talking to the Prime Minister in a little while. Don't forget, if you want to bid for the sweater, give us a call on that as well. But right now, a specially recorded message by the President of the United States, Ronald Reagan.
Nancy and I want to share with you our very best wishes for a happy and loving holiday season. This is the season for good cheer and merrymaking, for getting together with family and friends, and for gathering around a tree and exchanging gifts. And yet, with all the happy bustle, what we're celebrating, what we're remembering is a silent night, a moment when angels sang glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. This promise of peace, this message of a love, has shone as a sunbeam of hope through the ages, a declaration to all humanity of the gift of God's love and of the life that can yet be here on earth. And so, in this time of year, as you hang the holly, as you step under the mistletoe, as you decorate the tree, as you, your friends and family sit down for a holiday turkey dinner, we in the Reagan family say, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and God bless you.
Let's add to those sentiments a couple of dedications. Patsy and Ben, hello. And I want to say hello to Paul and Rowan Alice up there in Carlisle, and also the Dunlop family, Jimmy, Sheena, Alistair, who are in Dumfries. And hi to Grandad, Bert, and Emmy and Horace as well. I'll try and slip a few more later on, but don't forget it's 018118055 if you want a Christmas swap. Now, this is the inside of our Lynx helicopter over London. That's Kit.
Okay, they're getting onto us now.
Kit, are you able to hear me?
We're just coming over the city of London at the moment. Looking out to the left, we can see the Palace of Westminster and Westminster Abbey and the park leading up to Buckingham Palace.
Yeah.
We're turning round further left and we'll be heading upstream again, heading back towards the studio.
Well, that's London on Christmas morning. Good description,
Just
that.
avoid flying over Buckingham Palace in case we irritate the royals while they're having their lunch. Just down here, you can see that sort of square.
Yeah.
That's Horse Guards Parade, where they have all the big parades to celebrate the Queen's birthday. And behind that are all the officers of the Ministry of Defence and all the government ministries. And if you look down below us now, slightly left, you can see the Mall with Admiralty Arch.
Yeah.
And next door
Kit,
to
can
that
you
is
hear
the
me,
actual
Kit?
Admiralty.
Kit, this is Noel at the television centre. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
What's the best bit?
Pardon?
What's the best bit? Was it the takeoff?
We've just flown past a fire engine.
There we are. If we look out the window now, we
Now,
can see the Firebird.
As a pilot, that is low. I mean, that is low. If they've gone past the fire engine, they are low. I can't say a big enough thank you to the guys down at Middle Wallop for putting this on, giving up their Christmas away from their families. Now, we've got to have an update because we had a slight problem with the score. At the moment, Shane is representing Diane Adams from Margate. She's hoping to win tickets to go to Australia to see her mum. After 17 years? 17 years. Marion Jobson from Royston wants to go to North Carolina. I think we can do the links so you can see them. You can see what the game is all about. But I have to tell you, you're in the lead with 4 points. We made a mistake with the scores. Yeah. There they are. Give them a wave. At the very worst, even if you don't get the tickets, you'll get a chance to chat to them after the show. Sophie, you've got a little bit of work to do on this game.
I'm going to catch up.
Put her in the TARDIS.
We got the score wrong. You're at 2 at the moment, representing
Sorry, guys.
Una, who wants to go to New Zealand, and Yuyan, who wants to go to Guyana. It's the worst name of the lot, so we can see them as well. There we are. There they are. You'll be able to chat to them if you don't get the tickets. The next game we call Hobbies. There are 6 people who have all given up their Christmas morning to play our human game. Hobbies, 10-pin bowling, cooking, watching soaps, golf, badminton, and cricket. So who looks like they are into 10-pin bowling? Haven't got a clue. Okay, you've got 1 minute, plenty of thinking time. Go! 10-pin bowling. Yes! Cooking. Cooking. Go on, Shane. Get a move on. Watching soap. People look like their pastimes. That's what we're trying to prove. Badminton. Time. 30 seconds. You've got loads of time if you want. If you want to think it through, you've got loads of time. Playing it for everything. No, you can't have that. You can't have that. Go on, you can't have that. Is that it? Hold it. Right. Love it. Of all the people they were fighting over, we've got somebody with a plaster cast on. Did you injure yourself playing cricket or badminton?
Nearer the badminton.
Nearer the badminton. What is your hobby?
Badminton.
Badminton! Much needed points for the Reds. Up here, you've managed to end up with a cricket bat. Merry Christmas. Thanks for coming along on this morning to play our silly game. They're accusing you of watching soaps. Would you please sing the Neighbours theme?
Oh, no, I can't sing the Neighbours thing.
So you're not a soapy person?
I'm not a soapy person at all.
Are you a cricketer?
One of my hobbies is cricket.
Cricket! Decisive scoring here, decisive scoring. 10-pin bowling, badminton, we've already ruled out the badminton. Are you a...
I am.
You are! Wow, this round is changing it all around. I'd say you were a golfer. Are you used to playing around?
No, I should be the frying pans, actually.
Cooking. You're into cooking?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you are a letdown. So this is throwing it all around. You're a soapy popey, you're a 10-pin, can't be a 10-pin, that was the 10-pin, so you must be a soapy popey.
Yep.
You watch soap! More red points. And this has got to be wrong because he's the cook, therefore you're the golfer.
It's the reason my handicap's so high.
Is it? You'd be better off playing with those, would you? Merry Christmas. Thank you all for playing the game. The score there, it's changed all around. It means it's 4 to Shane's team. 6 to the Reds at the end. Well done, Sophie's team. So at the moment, the air tickets are going to take a family from Wales to Guyana, and you want to go all the way to Auckland, New Zealand. That's right. OK, so that looks like the tickets are going to be used for those purposes. We've got one more round to play in a moment, but if you're into animal bloopers and some of Auntie's bloomers, you're going to love this little lot. Let's visit the animal kingdom.
This is the kakapo. It has lost its powers of flight. Indeed, its only defense is to sit still, which is how I can approach it so closely here. The second feature it has is that it is a giant. Like so many other island-living animals, it's very big of its kind.
The question is, how are the government and the EEC going to react? The NFU agrees that quotas have been applied successfully to milk production, but there have been some problems. Restrictions on prices would be very unwelcome, as they could drive some farmers out of business and take a long time to have any effect. Set-aside might be the answer for cereal overproduction, as long as farm incomes can be kept at a reasonable level.
It is totally flightless. Secondly, it is a giant. The biggest of all the parrot family, weighing as much as 3.5 kilograms.
Now, you've got one here. I gather that you've practically had to rear yourself.
Caesar's mother had sadly died before he was born. She had complications with the birth. Caesar was subsequently... Oh, yeah! You're going to get a clip round the ear, didn't you? I haven't got any.
I love it, one of my favourites. If you just joined us, happy Christmas. We're live from the Television Centre in London on this very special day, and very shortly we're going to do something extra special, just a couple of moments away now from the window that will give us the first ever contact between the United Kingdom and a Russian space station. Stay tuned for it, call the rest of the family in. Magic moment, broadcasting history. Talking of history, we've gone back in time, we resurrected the swap board. Opportunity for the adults to get rid of unwanted gifts or swap them over anywhere. Anyway, we've already been talking to the fireman here. Down here we did the pink slippers. Now this is quite an interesting one. Now Lisa Heath, she's offering me her suspender belt and wants the pullover that I'm wearing. Now Lisa, you haven't mentioned whether the belt is occupied. I can't do that swap, unfortunately, because, as I mentioned earlier, last year someone was generously mad enough to bid £5,000 for children in need for the sweater. Who knows, maybe we'll take the call. Let's have a see who this is. Hello, are you a swapper?
Hello?
Hello, who are you?
I'm Kingsley.
You're Ken?
Kingsley.
Who?
Kingsley.
Dendry.
Kingsley. Number 8 on there.
Number... Well, this is the season of goodwill. Don't start shouting at me.
Sorry.
Kingsley. It's like... There's hell going on here, Kingsley. These are not working conditions. You've got a what? A horrendous tie? A hideous tie. And you want anything. Can you give us an idea of the anything that you'd like?
Quite a beer.
Quite a beer?
Another tie that's not hideous.
Thank you for calling, Kingsley. It's been most uplifting. I think we managed to get Mr. Angry there. Have we got the Lynx? With a bit of luck, our Lynx helicopter from Middle Wallop has done a quick spin over London with Kit on board. Is approaching. Yes! That's an unusual shot of the television centre here. To give you an idea why we are so pleased. Look at the Merry Christmas underneath as well. We're so pleased these guys have done this because the site has changed a lot over the last couple of years, and it's very much tighter. It's a smaller car park, and they're just nestling it in between the lampposts. It's the sort of work they do all the time, of course, as part of their military training, but it is still a tricky moment. Crewman just looking out, telling him there's a lot of black stuff appearing, and there he is, nestling down lovely. We'll have a word with Lieutenant Colonel Castlemaine, who's the captain there, in a little while, and also, of course, I'll talk to Kit. Can you hear me at the moment, Kit? I think you can hear me, but we can't hear him. That's not bad. We can communicate with him 1,500 feet over London. He's only outside the door and we can't hear him. Never mind. Never mind. Now, I can promise you that everything is looking good. 2 minutes' time, a historic link-up with the Russians. Watch it, get everybody in. But first of all, another important broadcast. A few days ago, I went along to 10 Downing Street. Prime Minister, Christmas time is traditionally a time when we look back over the past year. Has 1988 been a good year for you personally?
I think so, and it's been a very busy year internationally, as you know, and lots of things have gone very much better. So yes, I think it has been a good year.
It feels to me as if Christmas '88 is a little bit safer. Do you think we now live in a safer world?
I think it feels a bit safer. I think to make sure all is well, you have to make certain your defences are sure, but it's also more hopeful. And you know, out of that terrible tragedy, the earthquake in the Soviet Union, and out of our own terrible tragedy, so much goodwill, kindliness, thoughtfulness to others came out, that all the barriers went down, and it just seemed as if we were all one mankind, and that, after all, is a Christmas message.
There do seem to have been an awful lot of tragedies in 1988. However, is there a personal high spot that you will remember with fondness?
The thing that I remember, possibly because it was recent, when I went to the United States to say goodbye to President Reagan and Nancy Reagan. He's done wonders with a real enduring friendship. And because you say the world is a bit safer now, quite a lot of that's due to him, and also to Mr. Gorbachev. But it was just very emotional, not only because I've known him for such a long time, but because of the closeness of our countries. And I think that was a kind of highlight we shall not have again.
Prime Minister, you have an image of working extremely hard. Do you actually take time off at Christmas?
Yes, of course one takes time off at Christmas, because in a way that's what Christmas is for. If anything urgent comes in, one has to deal with it. I remember in 1979, Afghanistan happened. I think it was on Boxing Day, and I got a telephone call from the then President of the United States. And of course, we had to down tools and start to deal with that and call a meeting. But normally, it's surprising, things are quiet on that day. And so we have the traditional Christmas.
Do you have a particular memory of a past Christmas?
Not a particular one, but you always remember your childhood ones because they stay with you forever. And we always came down early in the morning, my sister and I. Our Christmas gifts were put on the dining room table, and we came down to see what they were and to open them. They were not elaborate. Things were so very different then, many, many years ago, from what they are now. But it was just, you know, a treat really was a treat because you didn't have so many of them.
Talking of treats, is there anything that you're looking forward to next year? Possibly the fulfillment of a personal ambition?
Look, I have the great joy of expecting to be a grandma next year. So next year, you know, personally, what could life offer more than that? After, of course, the birth of one's own children so many years ago. First grandchild. So I'm very excited in spring.
Lovely. Well, I hope that goes very well. Thank you very much indeed for finding time to talk to us.
Thank you, and a very happy Christmas to everyone.
Thank you. What a charming lady. Wonder what they're like next door.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
A Merry Christmas, sir.
Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you.
There we are.
Merry
Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas, Noel.
Oh,
Merry
hi,
Christmas.
Vince. Thank you very much.
Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy.
Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Well, over the years on our Christmas morning show, we have established a number of broadcasting firsts, but what we are now going to attempt to do is a moment of television history. It was over 30 years ago that the Soviet Union sent their first satellite into orbit. 27 years ago, Yuri Gagarin became the first man in space. And since those days, there have been enormous advances in space communication and broadcasting technology. However, there has never, ever been a link live from the United Kingdom to space, to a Russian space station. That is what we are now going to try and do on this Christmas morning. Circling high above the planet Earth is the space station Mir. It has a three-man crew. The commander is Colonel Volkov, the doctor is Valery Polyakov, and the engineer Sergei Krikalev. And as you can probably tell, my pronunciation is no good, and I certainly don't speak Russian, which is the reason that Rita is alongside me. Happy Christmas. Good morning to you. And this is the moment where hopefully we are going to reach outside the planet Earth on this Christmas morning and link up with the three Russian cosmonauts on board the Mir space station. And Rita, could you please wish them all the very best from the United Kingdom and ask them how has their Christmas morning started so far?
Мы вас очень хорошо видим и слышим, и хотели бы узнать, как началось ваше, вот у нас Рождество, как началось ваше рождественское утро.
Сегодня у нас первый полноценный полета экспедиции в составе 6 человек. Втроем мы на станции первый выходной. Поэтому рождественское утро сегодня началось очень приятно. Была встреча с семьями нашими, пришли наши родные и близкие, мы с ними поговорили с утра.
This was a very pleasant Christmas morning because it was our first day off after the shift. We were able to talk to our families, and this was really a very nice Christmas morning for us.
Commander Volkov, do you miss your family very much indeed when you're on a mission like this?
Очень ли недостает вам семьи, когда вы находитесь на станции Мир?
Ну, это естественно. Лучше возвращаться с работы домой и в семью каждый день. Но это наша работа, это наш профессионализм. И нам устраивает в качестве психологического...
Of course, it is very pleasant to come back from work every day after a hard day's work, but this is our job, and we have all sorts of psychological backup, and we are doing what we have to do.
Could I ask the doctor, Valery Polyakov, seeing you drifting around there, do you have a problem with disorientation and weightlessness? How do you sleep?
Мы бы хотели знать, как вам удается выдерживать состояние невесомости, как вам удается спать.
Спать невесомость безразлично, как стоя, лежа, поскольку понятия верха и низа здесь не существует.
I'm quite happy to sleep in any position, since there is no such notions as up and down. I'm quite happy to sleep standing, sitting, or lying down.
I wonder whether we could ask Sergei, the flight engineer, how reliable the Mir station is. How much work does he have to do?
Мы хотели спросить Сергея, насколько управляемы, насколько хорошо работают системы в орбитальной станции. Много ли приходится работать?
Ну, надо помнить, что любой полет – это испытательный полет, поэтому, естественно, работают новые системы. Иногда приходится за ними следить.
This is, of course, a probationary flight, and all the systems have to be monitored. But you could say that all the systems are working very well. And the station has been very comfortable for all the 6 members who have been on it in the last month.
And how do they manage to get any privacy?
Как вам удается оставаться одним, если это нужно?
Прием это мы уже не один. Постоянно у нас на связи есть земля. Постоянно приходят друзья к нам на связь, поэтому нам не очень трудно. Конечно.
We are never alone because the Earth is constantly with us.
And can you tell me what is this thing floating around that the commander is holding? Is it a good luck emblem of some sort?
Представьте, пожалуйста, вот, кажется, это член экипажа, которого вы держите в руках. Представьте нам его, пожалуйста.
Это кукла, ее зовут Сам.
This is Sam, a doll that came from Barnsley, England.
Юмористическую страничку газеты «Барнсли Хроника».
It is a character, a humor character from the Barnsley Chronicle, apparently.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. This is an absolutely magic moment, and I don't want to be flippant, but I'm sure there's a lot of people watching who would like to know simple things like how do they manage to change their clothes? I mean, are they able to have new clean outfits? I mean, what do they do?
Yes, indeed. Как вы, значит, с одеждой мы бы очень хотели узнать, что происходит у вас, когда нужно менять одежду.
Ну, как вы понимаете, в невесомости привычные стирки, которые бывают в быту, или сдача в прачечной, это невозможно. Поэтому у нас имеется запас белья, который...
There is no laundry in the obvious sense of the word. So we have, of course, a number of outfits which we can change into. The outfits we are wearing now are special ones, and they help us to cope with the weightlessness.
Oh, I see. What do they do with rubbish? I mean, presumably, when they've finished with whatever they're working with, or if they've got any dirty clothes, they can't throw them out of the window.
А что же происходит с мусором и с грязной одеждой?
Мусор мы упаковываем в специальные контейнеры. Сейчас вот Валера вам покажет. Вот.
We are going to see the containers for rubbish and just throw them out of the station. The space is not being polluted by it because they are being burnt up immediately. Those containers, yes.
That's fascinating. Do you have any opportunity for leisure time, for reading or any other sort of
Как вы проводите досуг?
Ну, пока наш полет еще длится сравнительно недавно, тем более во время совместного полета было очень много работы. Например, я в свое свободное время стараюсь смотреть на Землю. Это очень
And our flight has not been as long as one would expect, so we still have a lot of work to do. But we do have films and books which we can do. There's a lot of interesting literature. We have papers and magazines, and we have tapes that Jean-Luc Chrétien, the French cosmonaut, has left for us. And we also have an electronic organ.
How often do supplies go up to Mia so that they get messages from home and more food, for example?
Как часто вы получаете поставки с земли? И входят ли в эти поставки продукты?
Поставки земли мы получаем примерно раз в месяц грузовыми кораблями.
It is once a month that we get the supplies.
Мы ждем обычно с терпением свежих овощей, фруктов. Это у нас, к
We
сожалению,
are very
много.
eager to get fresh fruit and vegetables, but this is what we always like to get in our supplies. But there is a lot, an abundance of food on the station.
We tend to have an idea that cosmonauts eat small pills that you pour a little water on and they turn into meals and whatever. What is the food? What sort of food are they able to have?
Космонавты как будто бы получают таблетки вместо еды и так далее. Уже кажется, что это единственная еда, которую можно там потреблять.
Вот видите, это пакет с соком. Мы его наполнили уже водой. А выглядит он сублимированным.
This is a packet with juice. Now it is being, this is what we drink.
Вот в этих тубах у нас находится и первое блюдо, и творог.
And these tubes are a starter and both the main meal and the afters.
Здесь чай. Вот сублимированный чай нальем его
This is
водой.
sublimated tea.
Do they have a favorite food?
Вот витамины.
And these are vitamins. А есть у вас любимое блюдо? Наверное, у каждого из вас есть.
У меня самое любимое творог с орехами.
Oh, it is cheese and nuts, walnuts.
And gentlemen, can I ask you, please, what do you miss most while you're orbiting around the Earth?
Чего вам больше всего не хватает, когда вы находитесь в космическом полете?
Ну чего, наверное, все же теплоты и близости родной семьи и общения с друзьями.
Probably, mostly, it is the warmth of one's own family and talking and being with one's friends. And also, the state of weightlessness is not that great.
How awkward is the problem of weightlessness? I mean, it looks very attractive here with them floating around, but presumably they even manage to lose things sometimes, do they?
Нам кажется, что состояние невесомости, вы к нему вполне привыкли и выглядите очень комфортабельно. Но иногда вы, наверное, и теряете что-нибудь по ходу дела.
Да, невесомость тем и характерна, что к ней пока не привыкнешь, она преподносит неожиданные сюрпризы.
Weightlessness is something which you have to get used to, and it is very easy to lose things, but then it is very easy to find them again. We know that if not at this precise moment, in some minutes, it will come back in this state of weightlessness. Weightlessness is the best bed nature has made.
And could I just ask the commander briefly, has it changed your attitude to life, sir, being able to float around and look at planet Earth below you?
Изменилось ли каким-нибудь образом ваше мировоззрение, ваш взгляд на жизнь? Вот сейчас вы смотрите на нас сверху.
Вопрос действительно это философский, вот ребята.
It is a philosophical question.
Изменилось тем, что из космоса, когда мы смотрим на нашу прекрасную планету, мы не видим границ.
On our lovely Earth, we can't see boundaries. And this is why we want human existence to be peaceful. We want people to understand each other. And our view, our very peaceful mood, is very characteristic for the whole duration of our flight.
Well, I think that's a marvellous message to have at Christmas. Gentlemen, thank you very much indeed, and everybody in the United Kingdom wishes you a very safe and successful flight.
Всего вам самого доброго, мирного полета.
Мы вас поздравляем всех с началом рождественских праздников, с наступающим Новым годом. И персонально я хочу передать привет большой
Merry Christmas wishes. And personally to the people of Barnsley, who are twin cities with my own.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you. До свидания и спасибо.
Всего доброго.
Tremendous. Absolutely fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That's a magic moment in my career.
Yes, it was
Rita,
good.
thank you very much indeed
Thank you.
for taking part in a little bit of television history there. And over here, we are hopefully going to give some other people the trip of a lifetime. Isn't that good? Isn't that good? I must admit, I got all choked up with that. I think it's absolutely incredible. However, a flight of a different sort. Flight of a lifetime is what we have on offer, because we're coming to the end of this Christmas morning with Noel, and there are 4 families here who really hope that Sophie and Shane are going to deliver the goods. Let's have an update on where we're at, because at the moment, the Blues, represented by this terrible character here, Shane, are behind with 4 points, and it's Diane who is hoping to go and see her mother, who she's not seen for 17 years in Australia. Marion, North Carolina is where she would like to go and see her sister Viv. 23 years ago, they lost contact with each other, so the air tickets would be a rather superb prize. The Reds are in the lead at the moment for Sophie. Yuna wants to go to New Zealand, see her brother Tommy, she hasn't seen for 24 years. And Jan, he wants to go to Guyana to see his sister Nesta. And they're in the lead, as I say, with 6 at the moment. So it's 6 to the Reds, 4 to the Blues. The final round, just in case we have a tie on this, is going to be against the clock. So you can still deliberate, but if it comes down to an equal score, we will take the fastest time.
You're getting tough, don't you?
Right.
It's got to be tough. We're talking about thousands of pounds, and we're talking about the flight of a lifetime. So at the far end, and Merry Christmas, thank you for giving up your Christmas to play this game, we have pet owners. Somebody likes water snails. We've got someone who's got a horse, a dog owner, a strange person who's got a mongoose, a cockatiel owner, and someone who's into goldfish. So, look at them, see what you think.
I don't know.
I personally think the mongoose owner stands out a mile. But anyway, good luck. The flight of a lifetime rests on this. Go!
Which way? You, madam.
So we got the horse. Horse over next. Neck and neck. A doggy. Dogs?
Which one's the dog?
They're obviously not going for the fastest time. They're going for getting it right. Mongoose. A mongoose. Anything on the mongoose? So they're slightly behind that. Cockatiel will be next. Cockatiel. Finally, goldfish. Against the clock if you want. Make the line up. James decided to go for the clock. It all rests on these British Airways tickets. So, do you like looking at little fish going round and round in circles? Or have you got a pet at home that says, hello, who's a pretty boy?
Well, I think they've done it with this one.
Goldfish! Very good, very good, very good. That, believe it or not, is our version of a mongoose. It looks absolutely revolting. We have now done away with the goldfish because the goldfish owner is there. Are you... Well, let me ask a question that would reveal it all. What's the plural of mongoose?
Mongoose.
You're not a mongoose owner, are you?
I'm not.
You're not. What do you own?
It's big, yellow and hairy.
A horse? A dog? You're the dog owner. Okay, so now we can discount that. Happy Christmas.
And to you too.
Are you a cockatiel owner?
No.
You're not? Oh, it's all gone to worms here. What is your pet?
A mongoose.
You're the mongoose! So, does your... Am I right? Does your pet carry his house around on his back?
He does, yeah.
He does! You're into water snails! Water snails. I hope you're following this. They have got you down as someone who likes to do it side saddle. Is that true?
Well, I don't like it side saddle all that much, no, but they're right.
Porcelain pies? Horses? And so, dog we've done away with, haven't we? We've done away with the water snail, so yours has got to be totally wrong. You're the other half of that pairing. Your pet is?
Cockatiel.
A cockatiel. Does it speak?
No.
It has? What's it called?
Nelson.
Nelson the cockatiel. Nelson the cockatiel. Now, you do not have to have O-level, A-level mathematics.
I do.
You do. To realise that at the end of this, it does seem like it's a Christmas fix, but I can assure you it is not. It is 7-all at this point. 7-all. Therefore, for our 4 families, the only fair thing to do is to tear the tickets in half. No, it comes down to the time, and Shane was actually the first one back. He was the first one back. Sophie went for deliberations. So I declare on the time on our global game, the Blues are the winners. And although there are some slightly long faces at the end, I remind you, we will link you up with the families that you saw at the beginning of the show. Our satellite links have remained open. You'll be able to talk to them as soon as the show comes off the air. But Diane, just remind me, who did you want to see and where?
I'm in Australia.
You want to see your mum in Australia? 4 tickets. Mum in Australia, you will be going on that long trip over to Western Australia. She lives just not far from Perth, that's right, isn't it? Congratulations, very well done. Marvellous stuff. And also, where did you want to go?
North Carolina.
Marion wanted to go to North Carolina. You wanted to see?
Vivian.
Vivian? And whereabouts is Vivian? North Carolina?
South Carolina.
That's on the side of America, over the eastern side. There are your 4 tickets.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Well done. Another round of applause for the Blues. I think that it's just worth underlining just how far they are going to have to go on these flights. The first trip is going to be taken over to Western Australia. It's going to be taken in the new year, whenever you want, so you can decide when you want to go, and you will not be going alone. Because behind this door, all the way from Australia, they are here to see you for Christmas '88. Even woke Gavin up.
I can't believe it.
You can't believe it? It's all right, you are allowed to show your emotions if you want. He's throwing the ticket away now. Now, Marion, you do not have to be the world's most intelligent person to realise that we're up to something. How many years is it? 23 years since you saw the person who is now going to walk through our second door, all the way from North Carolina. Well, tissues, please. Tissues. Shane's gone completely. Of course, the other part of the conundrum is how do we manage to fix the game? It was very important to fix the game, wasn't it? No, of course it wasn't. The game's not fixed at all. The only fixing that's been going on, Una, is that you don't have the tickets, but you do have the company this Christmas. Who was it?
Tommy.
Tommy. How long? 24 years since you saw him, all the way from Auckland, New Zealand. Tommy. You've started already. It's all right. You've got all of Christmas to do all that. And I can't believe this bit. Yo, Jan, we hear about the strong Welshman. You've gone already. Yeah. Nesta, you've not seen her since the last decade, have you? Yeah? Okay. I'm not going to drag it out. From Guyana, his sister Nesta. All the way from Guyana at top of South America. And the rest of the family. Go
Go on, go and say hello to them.
Tremendous, tremendous. Well, at this point, the whole studio goes quiet. It's just one of those moments, but I've got a big thank you to do here. Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome.
For organising that flight. Just move up a little bit, sit on those cards. It's very kind of you to organise that flight all the way from Middle Wallop. What were the flying conditions like this morning?
They weren't too good at Middle Wallop, but much better over London.
You promised us you'd come almost regardless, didn't you?
Well, I can't say that on television.
No, of course not, but we are very grateful. Is there anyone you want to say hello to at Christmas? Because you've given up the day as well.
Well, that's very kind. I'd like to say hello to all the people who are on duty over Christmas, both in Northern Ireland and those who are in the uniformed services working over Christmas, the police, the fire service and the nurses.
Yes, and I think we echo the sentiments. Incidentally, we know that we've recently been joined by the British Forces Broadcasting in Germany, so we wish all our friends over there a very happy Christmas. Kit, you must have had a marvellous time, haven't you?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Brilliant. And he's brought along all sorts of goodies for you, including a very much better, would you like to hand that over, a very, very much better...
There's a model of the aircraft you flew.
Thank you.
And stickers, much better than the model that we gave you earlier. Stickers there as well, so thank you very much indeed for that.
There we are.
Had a good Christmas?
Yes.
And there's still the rest of Christmas Day to go. I hear Kevin Sherwood is on my telephone here, and he's interested in what I'm wearing. Hello, Kevin.
Noel, hi.
Hello. Whereabouts are you, Kevin?
Just outside Hungerford.
You're outside Hungerford. A very happy Christmas to you.
And to you?
And I believe you're interested in acquiring this sweater.
Yes, I am, yeah.
For children in need, what are you prepared to bid?
£1,000.
£1,000. Thank you for that. Do you mind if I hold that bid open, because we're still taking calls on 8118055, but we will only do it for a relatively short time, and then someone will no doubt call you back and tell you whether or not you got the sweater.
Okay then.
That's very good of you. And seeing you're on the line anyway, would you like to say Happy Christmas to anyone?
Yes, I'd like to say Happy Christmas to you and my family and my wife who are here at home with me.
Lovely.
It's not actually a personal donation, it's from my partner and I from ME Prestige Cars. And not a plug.
Well,
we have somebody interested in your GT40.
Oh yeah.
But you have to be aware that it's not as worth, these kit cars are not worth quite as much as original cars.
All right, I better go now. We're going to have to leave. Thanks very much for the bid.
Okay.
Cheerio.
Bye.
Well, it's been an absolutely marvellous morning. Thank you for the part that you've played in it. I've had a marvellous time. The tissues are getting a whacking over here. But isn't that what Christmas is all about? They are now going to have a marvellous time. They'll also be able to fly back across the world. I hope you've had a marvellous morning. I hope you've enjoyed the Russian link as well. Have a super day. Bye-bye.
Oh, course, mate. Oh, I don't half like them.
Yeah, particularly that one. He's got a good business brain. He knows how to make a few bob. You know what I mean?
No, he don't. He's always getting into lumber.
Yeah, but it's always the other one's fault. That one there, the little plonker.
Well, I prefer him. He likes the simpler things in life.
Yeah, that's because he likes himself then. Anyway, I'm not going to miss that no matter what.
Oh, no way. No, that's going to be a right laugh.
Boy, what you talking about?
Blackadder.
Only Fools and Horses, 5:05 tonight on BBC One.
Well, it's Albert Square and the EastEnders for us in just under an hour, where the word from the Queen Vic is that Christmases in that neck of the woods can sometimes be a bit dramatic. Before that, BBC One takes you to Walt Disney's Epcot Centre for a charity. It's a knockout.